Scaducios.
We're live.
We're live.
We're rocking and rolling.
20 to 12 on a Friday night.
God damn.
And we're here with episode 14. Why, Lex, are you talking like this? I'll tell you why. Because tonight's guest whiskey is the Fireball.
Fireball.
You want to read the back of the bottle?
Yep. I will give it a little read.
This is a tale of tallness that you're going to want to hear.
A short but sweet tale. What you have here is a smooth liquor with whiskey and a fiery kick of red hot cinnamon. Tastes like heaven and burns like hell. What happens next is up to you.
Probably my favourite back of the bottle thing.
It's nice and simple, but cool.
The gunpowder proof one was relatively good, but wasn't really said with too much jest. Whereas that
it's a bit tongue in cheek.
You can hear the advert, can't you?
Yeah.
When it comes on. Fireball whiskey. What you have here is a smooth liquor. Love it. Oh, that's quite clever. Yeah. There's a burn through the back of the label that lets you see through to the front label, which is printed on the back and the front. So you can see the back of the front label through the back of the bottle.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
So when I got it, I almost didn't get it because I know so many people have had Fireball, but not knowing if you'd had it or not.
I haven't had it.
Which is, well, that's good. Because I've never had it as well, but I've known so many people that always talk about Fireball.
Really?
So...
You sure they're not talking about like some real shitty shot, like a
No, it is a Fireball whiskey.
Fireball whiskey. It says liquor though. That always makes me a bit suspect. Is it actually a whiskey? Is it classed as a whiskey? Are people going to be at home like, the whiskey?
Fuck them. Fuck them.
Solid attitude at nearly midnight on Friday. It has been a long but brilliant week.
Yeah.
Very busy, very hectic. We are both we were literally sat down in the kitchen before. We were both sat out in my kitchen. I've got this big like leather Chesterfield with a like faux fur rug on it. And we were both sat on it, slowly slumping down.
I was like, Lex, do you reckon they'd mind if we film the podcast? But we're like in bed and we're just like, having a little mutter to ourselves. Like, oh, how's your day been today? Like, oh, not too bad. Just like yawning, slowly dropping off to sleep. And then, just the rest of it is just us snoring for like...
Just an ASMR.
Yeah, ASMR of us snoring. So, I have been snoring recently as well. My hay fever's been bad, so like my nose is just so blocked all the time.
Do you get pillows smacked at your head by the missus?
Yeah, because I've been...
Fair move.
Because like, you've got nasal spray, but it's like you shouldn't use it for more than like... a few days in a row, and I've probably been using it for like a month solid now. and Emma was like, stop using it now. And then, so I did, stopped using it, and then woke me up snoring, and I was like, you fucking told me to stop using the nasal spray, so I'm going to be snoring because I can't breathe. So,
you need those weird little strips.
I know, I've not tried anything, to be fair.
They work really well.
So I've started taking some like hay fever medication, but apparently you need to take it for like weeks before it even kicks in.
Can't you dose yourself with local honey?
I've heard about that as well. Yeah, someone said that. Yeah, I might need to. I think because as well, I think it varies because there's different types of pollen which get different people. And
if it helps, it's honey though. At the end of the day, get some local honey. Supporting your local beekeepers.
Yeah, I was told about that a while ago.
Yeah, get it in your system. It does. It's meant to be a thing. It's like peanut allergies. Yeah. If people, that they can microdose people with the peanut dust.
I've seen there's a lot
and you slowly build, and eventually it does get you.
Yeah, I think it only, or from what I saw last.
You suck, dude.
I know.
Hay fever.
I was like, in general, but I know.
Hay fever, nut allergy. Yeah. Like you're at the cusp of death if you go into any bakery.
I know. At Christmas,
any bakery in a country setting, and you're in trouble.
At Christmas, Tesco's have them like right in front of the counter. I'm like dancing with
dyslexic,
death.
so you can't even read
what
you're eating.
What is this? Does it have
it could say nutty honey, and you'd read it as butty manunny. Yeah. You'd be like, butter and money.
Butter and money.
Butter and money cupcake.
Like, how much money do I get?
Dyslexo.
Yeah. It's a miracle I'm still alive.
Yeah.
Let alone running a business. Goddamn.
If you want to take Lewis down, it's really easy. Just bring peanut butter dust.
Yeah.
That's your kryptonite. Just a little gone.
To be fair, I'm actually not allergic to peanuts. I'm allergic to all nuts other than peanuts, which is the most commonly...
But hang on, how can we always order food we avoid peanuts then?
Because apparently, according to my allergy person, I'm sure they've got a proper name other than allergy person, but basically, because they're extremely similar in what they are, so effectively my body could have peanuts 10 times and be fine. and then have it one time, and it's effectively because it's just like
because it would only take half a nut.
It would just like mistake it for something else, because that's all it is. It's basically our body like freaking out and thinking that it's been poisoned, and the reaction is obviously to kill me.
Yeah, just take him out quick.
Yeah, just like
no point in letting him suffer.
Yeah, so anaphylactic shock coming in.
That just made me think of something really sad. My neighbour's dog died.
Yeah. Oh shit!
You know Max, the big boy from across the way.
Yeah.
He came out in the t-shirt. He's all stocky.
Yeah.
And when you stroked him, you used to go near him, and as you got closer, he'd come at you going like this.
Yeah.
And then you'd be like, because he was so excited to get rubs. And when you'd rub him, he just wouldn't stop because he's like coming at you like, and then when you rub him, he'd be like, like this is like, so it's like he's coming at you going, this is gonna be awesome.
Yeah.
And then when you scratch him, he's like, I knew it. Yeah. Awesome. Yeah. He wasn't eating for a few days. They thought he had like gastroenteritis. Got him on all the medications for that because a few of the dogs have had it around here from the walks, because obviously it's wild and there's fox crap and stuff around. They can get it, like bacterial infections and things. And then they went in, camera down the stomach, loaded with cancerous lumps. So he went in one day and was like, oh, hopefully he'll be right. And then she came the other day as because we lost him. I wanted to give her a hug and we couldn't because of COVID.
Yeah, shit, man.
I was also inappropriately
like
dressed in a...
Was that the leather garment?
So I was doing some content shoot, and she came over to tell me this horrific news whilst I'm wearing what can only be described as a leather dungarees, some insane, like, what do you call that? Iridium sunglasses, a giant luminous headband, and my hair like all up, like deliberately ridiculous.
So basically,
slowly, as she said it, I'm slowly just quickly taking everything off to try and just be like, oh. Yeah, worst. Just just went from being so stupidly daft in the sun doing something fun to just this like crush. Just like, oh, that was unnecessary. Such a lovely. He was 12 though.
Yeah,
he was 12, so he'd done well. But he was. Do you know what? As well. I'm just getting them out because apparently my body wants to say as well. Jesus. So, I was talking to my video guy the other day. I was saying that because he'd been around videoing and things like that. But the weather was beautiful, so I was like, listen. We're going to video and we're going to get stuff done. But if you don't mind, we're going to add on like a half a day, a couple of times, just to sit in the sun on the grass and be, because this is the first bit of real beautiful weather we had in a little bit. Yeah. And he was like, yeah, okay. Yeah, it's cool with me. Like, he wasn't in a rush to get back, so we had it on a day so we could have these little half days. And we ended up getting like 4 hours sleep a night because we were filming so much. If anyone was watching my stories, you'd see I was in the gym until 3 a.m. one day. I just got super excited. Obviously, gyms have reopened this week, so it's been fucking brilliant. And content. And it was one of those where it's like, at the end of it, we should have been wrecked because we'd only had 4 hours sleep each night. Yeah. But we weren't. And I was like, see, dude, that's the earth giving you your recharge. Yeah. Every time we've gone out, we've had that balance of, normally what I do is grind through and get it done in the 2 days and kill myself and feel crap afterwards. But no, I added on that extra time, took those moments for ourselves, and we both benefited, like, side by side. So that's, universe was telling us to do that, sit and do these little moments because we had them. And then as we were doing that, we went out for a walk into the woods. This was what I was talking about. So it's like, we were talking in the back garden. Oh, that was it. So we were talking in the back garden whilst we were chilling out about how, even if you don't believe in there being more to this life than there, if you believe we are genuinely the top of the chain and we know everything, there are no other axes that we can't see, then even if you don't believe that, if you just believe that there is maybe just something going on a little bit above and around us, even if you consider it, all it does is give you a little bit of a moment where when something happens, you can consider that maybe it's for a reason. Yeah. And that in itself is just enough for me. If anyone will just do that, it can often make life way easier. Instead of getting really upset or mad about something happening, you can be like, well, it wasn't great, but it's not the end of the world, and maybe there's something else that's going to come, and then it keeps you open, that keeps you motivated, which then keeps you open to more opportunities, which you then end up finding. So it's that snowball effect. But so I was talking to him about this, and then as we went out for a walk, here's what happened. I went out for the walk, met Jan on the way, and she told me about Max going in, and I was like, oh, that's that. And then as we kept on walking, I forgot the memory card in my phone. In my camera, because I was going out just to take some pictures for enjoyment, as I've said before, get out and do it. So I had to go back to go get my memory card. Now, when I went back, Max had got out the house on his own. Yeah. Nobody was around, and he came up to me, and I must have stroked him and been playing around with him for about 10, 15 minutes, just, playing his little thing. And then Steve came out, who, after a while came out, but there he is. Oh, you're right. He said, "Do you need anything?" I was like, "No, I just showing some love, Max." And he was like, "All right, yeah. He's really perky. It's lovely to see him like this because he'd been quite down, obviously not eating." And they were saying about the vets going in, so I was like, "Hey, you're a good boy, give him all that, loads and loads of rubs," and then off he went. And then obviously the next day, boom, shit news like that. But then I was like, "See, that was the universe." Memory card not in the camera. That made me walk back to have the interaction with Max.
Yeah.
To have that bit before he went in that I didn't even know he was going in for.
Yeah.
Just, I don't know, sometimes.
Yeah, you got that little bit of time.
And there was a couple of other things that have happened over the last week or so as well that are a bit like that.
Yeah.
Where, seemingly negative things have led to really positive. Not negative, maybe, just like, rats.
Yeah,
had to turn around, take a bit more time to do that, and then you arrived at a different time, and because that happened, something else good,
Yeah, that like kind of butterfly effect, everything links together.
So when she said it, I immediately thought, wow, I was actually really lucky to catch him.
Yeah.
On that little and we weren't planning to go for a walk in the woods either. That was because we'd decided on the day we're going to take a moment to enjoy this weather and get outside. Rather than what we would have actually been was at a gym filming inside.
Yeah. So, getting the most of it. No, I think energy's been high all round as well this week for everyone. I know, like, seeing a load of members that I haven't seen for a long time, everyone is fucking buzzing. Yeah,
I'll do when I came to the gym to film the dumb video. I won't say too much about it, but basically, when you go back to the gym, you get a stupid pump, and you look silly, don't you? Because your body reacts and goes crazy. I maybe took that to the absolute extreme with the use of a number of supplements times 400% the recommended dosage, which you'll see the video of probably next week, hopefully, if we get it in time, or if not, within probably the next 2 weeks. Anyway, it was great. Mutanted I was. Yeah. But when I was in there, I was literally looking around, and there were little pockets of people, and they were coming in, and they were seeing other people I hadn't seen for ages, and they were just like almost bouncing towards each other. It was really nice to see. There were loads of little nests of people just sat chatting. Yeah. It was lovely.
It's because we've got such a good community as well, and obviously, they haven't. A lot of them have communicated over social media and whatnot, but there's so many people that just hadn't seen each other for so long. People were literally so excited, and it was great. I think that's what's kept me going, because it's been a long, very busy week, but just feeding off everyone else's energy has been great, and just seeing how happy everyone has been. And tonight was the first time where it's actually been a bit quieter. Just before I left, I came out.
Friday, isn't it?
It's the first Friday night, and I came back out. I was like, I'd finished in the office, and I came out, and I was like, oh, it's mad. It's quite quiet actually compared to every other evening. And then I was like, the first Friday, everyone's going out and getting wrecked.
Can they though?
They can go to pubs and they can drink outside and stuff like that.
Yeah, I did see driving through town the other day. There was cafes had the tables outside. And I was like, oh damn, I can go for a coffee.
Should we pour?
Let's pop this.
I need this fucking.
I'm going to do this.
I need this drink.
Yes, we have to be. This is one end of the week celebratory drink. We really feel like we earned.
Yeah.
33% volume, 70 litre bottle. And you reckon how much was this one?
It was like 16 quid, 17
16 quid. Oh, it's Fireball. So it's along the same lines of that Lamb's one. What was that called?
Yeah, Alfred Lamb's.
Vanilla rum thing, spiced rum.
So a relatively cheap one.
Oh, so I reckon it's going to be just ridiculously delicious, as in because it's loaded with sugar.
Probably.
Yeah. But it's supposed to be liquor blended with cinnamon and whiskey. So there you go. It's not a whiskey.
Yeah.
It's definitely
a blend.
Whiskey. It's a blend. It's a liquor.
Yeah.
I like that word. Liquor. Only because it reminds me of cowboys.
Yeah.
It's a liquor.
Get some liquor. You going to have a sniff?
Oh, sorry. I was too excited to pour. Oh my God, it smells like fireballs.
Yeah.
The sweets.
Yeah.
That's all it smells of. Oh my God, I want the sweets now. I haven't had those in years.
I don't even know if they still make
them. Smell? Oh, you can smell it in a minute. I'm going to do the pour. Well, sorry, there's no pop test this week. It's a twisty cap.
Hold on. Voluntary pop. There we go.
That's a pretty good one. Should be those girthy fingers.
Yes, well, chunky fingers. Chubby boys at the moment.
Oh, that's a home pour. I've done like a triple there.
Thanks, mate.
Smell it.
Ooh.
Isn't it? It's just sweets in a bottle.
Yeah.
If you like the cinnamon, if you like the Fireball sweets, I reckon this is basically going to be your adult version of that. Well, sir, here we are out of lockdown.
Clink.
Good health and many more good days to come.
I'm not waiting.
Straight in. Oh, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. It's literally Fireball sweets. Literally Fireball sweets.
I know why everyone talks about this.
Yes, that's not even a drink.
Yeah.
That's sweeties in a bottle with alcohol.
Fuck.
That's delicious. That's just fun. That is just fun. Hey, listen, if you want a bit of something spicy that's fun to drink that stops you down in it because it's really hot and heated, the Fireball is 16 quid. It's fun. Get some. It's definitely nice on ice.
Yeah.
You want it cold.
Ooh,
It's
I like
too
that.
easy to drink neat.
I like that a lot.
Yeah, you could mix that really well with like a Coke or something like that. It tastes really good. Even maybe a cherry Coke might go well with that. If you do like sweetness.
A cherry Coke would be awesome with that. Damn, that is very nice.
There we go. Fireball, people. Not your usual one, but fun.
Oh, just
Fun
off
nonetheless.
topic completely. But what I was going to say to you earlier, have you seen? It's like a video. It kind of went a bit viral of basically this guy who was attempting the world record bench press and he drops it on his chest.
No, but they're always.
So
I want to
it's
say
savage.
funny, but they're awful. Like
so, this guy,
these like snap his sternum or something.
he's all right. No,
Alright,
he's
cool.
okay. So yeah,
So we can giggle about it.
yeah, we can.
Before you do, Tyson, did you see the video of the guy who ripped his pec off in Dubai?
Oh yeah. He was training with Larry Wheels and
Yes.
tore his back.
But that's what you get for being dumb and lifting like powerlifters lift when you're not a powerlifter.
Yeah, and the thing was, I watched the video that was released before that, and he was saying, "Oh, I don't go all the way to my chest because I try to protect my shoulder," which that's fair
Fine
enough
for a normal lift.
Yeah, but then he went heavy, using a longer range of motion than he's used to, which is why I always say, if you are capable of using full range of motion, use it.
Yeah.
Because at some point you're going to accidentally go out of the range of motion that you're comfortable in, and then something's going to detach from the bone because of it. Like
literally.
that. Yeah, because if he
Now,
was very
he's
strong in a short range of motion.
for life now.
Yeah,
Because they never ever healed back right.
No, so I know they got the surgery in really quickly.
Real fat. Well, he's lucky he was in Dubai.
Yeah.
I suppose,
Well,
'cause of what
they did like a
I'm sure he was in Dubai, wasn't it?
yeah, it was Dubai. They did like a not Patreon. I don't know what you call it. They basically people like funded it. Yeah, GoFundMe. That's the one. Yeah, they did a GoFundMe for it, which like paid for his surgery because I imagine surgery in Dubai is probably not cheap.
Yeah.
But obviously, as a professional bodybuilder, that's like career ending.
Is he though? Isn't he just a budding professional bodybuilder? He's not actually a professional
I'd
bodybuilder.
never heard of him personally, but he seemed like a nice guy. And
He
everything,
seems
but,
decent. Yeah, crack on with your influencing, mate. Don't
Yeah.
worry about the bodybuilding.
Yeah.
Do your road to recovery from this thing, and it'll actually probably do more for you in the long run than any bodybuilding show would have done.
Yeah. Yeah.
So there you go. There's your little pot of gold at the end of a shitty rainbow.
Exactly. Anyway, I'll go
Back to your story
So
of somebody else crushing the sternum.
Yeah, so this guy, his name's Scott Mendelsohn, and
I know Scott Mendelsohn.
Yeah.
He looks like a giant thumb.
Yes, he does.
Yeah.
How do you know him? Or
Because he was on YouTube. He was on with Rich Piana a lot.
Yes.
He's got so many issues. He can barely turn his head.
Oh yeah, he's completely.
He's
fucked.
an absolute mess, but really strong.
Yes,
Also
savage
very
and strong.
angry. Very angry little man.
Yeah, I really like Scott Mendelsohn. He's a bit of a nutter. So I didn't even realise he was still benching because he in the past he's held. I think he was the only person to have held the highest raw bench press and unequipped bench press at the same time.
He tore his pec previously already.
he
Didn't
had
I
a
remember watching pictures of it.
Yeah, there's a picture, and he like literally his entire side of his body is like black. Yeah, purpley black because he
I remember that.
Like his pec tore his
3
pec,
years,
but, like,
4 years ago. 4 years ago.
Probably
probably
longer
by
than
now.
that.
You reckon?
And he was everything was blown out. And then I know he moved on to arm wrestling because he was just so fucked.
Really?
I say like that's how it works. You like
Did he have a cap?
You start off powerlifting. You break your body down, so then you move to arm wrestling. You break your body down more, so you move to thumb wrestling. And then after that, somebody hangs you on a string, and then you become a human conker, and then they just knock you off other human conkers. And that's the final progression.
I just had in my head then one your conquer analogy, and also two like as if there was a dark web kind of place for ex thumb wrestlers where people just put them in like underground thumb wrestling fights.
Yeah,
because they're unsanctioned because they can't.
In like is it Rambo 3 where he's like when they find him like fighting in that like Thailand.
They dip the thumb in just like in like a glass, a little bit of honey, some glass, and then roll it in, I don't know, like lemon juice.
Yeah.
And then as they go to war.
Yeah, that's how they go out to
That's
battle.
it. Put a little bandana on it.
So anyway, this guy Scott Mendelsohn, he's obviously back benching, and he was going for the heaviest, as far as I'm aware, the heaviest bench press ever attempted in a
In the
suit.
history of heaviness.
Yeah, in the history of heaviness. And he was equipped, so obviously, if you don't know anything about powerlifting, there's raw, which is where you're lifting without any equipment in terms of any like
There's like a
bench
suit that they
suits.
can wear if you don't know, and basically what it does is it gives elastic recoil.
Yeah.
So it helps them lift way more weight because it basically steadies the entire body. It's like when they put it on, they literally can't move like a human.
Yeah.
The weight pushes. They can't even move their arm through the range of motion without the weight.
Yeah, they have
because
to
it's
have-
that stiff.
Yeah, they have to have weight on themselves.
so
So if you think, okay, that's not them lifting the weight, well, it still is at lockout. So it just makes it easier at the bottom portion. So it's just a different expression.
I think it's silly. I think you should do it all raw because then you get into the thing of like different suits are better suits.
Yeah.
Just do. Can you lift it? Can you not?
It's more complicated. It's a lot more technical in terms of lifting. They have to be extremely proficient in the lifts, but I personally probably don't think I'll ever try it. Not something that really interests me that much. But it also is pretty cool to see that a human being can hold over 1,000 pounds in their hands over the body.
I suppose there is that.
That's still very
like
impressive.
The kind of exaggerated
It's an
ability
extreme.
of the human body.
So I think it was £1,170. I think.
Right. So we're talking around about what 450. This is a fucking bench press.
Yeah.
Shut up.
Yeah. So
That's like a small car.
yeah, and it slips out his hands, drops onto his chest. Fortunately, there's a lot of big, strong spotters around, and they had safety arms set up. Although the safeties were definitely quite low, so it got him. It got him good. And then I saw like somebody was like emailing him after, and basically, and they said to him just like, so like as soon as because he put this footage up with like he titled the video just like April 16th
attempt.
Yeah, there was no nothing. So like it didn't pick up much steam. It was only until some other channel saw it that it actually picked up a bit of steam. So Scott, you need to name your videos better because like that was like
this was a YouTube video.
Yeah, he put it up on YouTube, but like he just
had a mid shot of him getting crushed under the thing, like an actual frame of it, and then just put the weight 1,000 something bench press fail.
Yeah, world's heaviest bench press fail.
Yeah,
That's
fail.
what it was. But anyway, jumped it on his chest, and then someone interviewed him and said, like, "Holy shit, are you okay? Have you hurt yourself?" And he was like, "Nope, no injuries at all." And he was like, "Fuck, like, did it hurt when it happened?" And they were like, "No, it didn't even hurt." And they're like, "How?" And Scott Mendelsohn just replied, "Fuck knows, I must be a god." And I was like, that's like the coolest thing ever.
He actually doesn't give a fuck though. He's very zero fucks.
Yeah, zero fucks.
He is, yeah. But, he does look like a giant purple thumb though.
Yeah, that's the goals. That's where I'm going. That's where I'm going. Thumb territory.
Thumb. That's your goal.
When I look like a thumb that professionally thumb wrestles.
When you've Kurt angled yourself. Oh, so where's the computer trying to turn that? I can't even be bothered to move to stop that. Is it saying it's cancelling the shutdown, or is it still trying to shut us down?
I can't see my eyes don't function anymore.
I don't want to move. I'm really comfy.
Yeah, me too.
Let's just risk it. Thelma and Louise it. It'll be fine.
Yeah, risk it for risk.
It's still on. I can see it. There's no gremlins. No gremlins anymore. No. Oh, we need to get the gremlin toy still.
Yeah, we actually were looking at some gremlins.
Look at that and we'll get one.
We're trying to. If anyone knows,
I forgot to check if anybody actually sent us a message about gremlins. Sorry, people.
Anyone knows we can get some big gremlins. We want like a
movie replica flashing gremlin.
How like a 2 foot tall gremlin? Would you
As
say?
in a gremlin that flashes you in a trench coat, not a gremlin that's got lights on it flashing.
Yeah, an LED gremlin.
Yeah, but yeah. So what was I on about? What's our main topic this week? We've put out some questions, but we're going to answer those in a little bit because we put them out real late.
I think it's just like the fact that
the world is back open
almost
again
normal
in the UK. Some of you already had this for a while. We haven't, so it is a bit obscure to be able to just
see people
go to the gym.
Yeah, go to the gym. People
obviously, shops and that's still not open. You can go kind of sit outside. You can get takeaways. But you still can't eat inside. Can't go into a bar. Can't go into restaurants yet. All I want now. And I didn't realize I wanted this until someone pointed it out. Is Eggs Benedict. Mm-hmm. And I hadn't missed it until somebody said Eggs Benedict, and I remembered that I live in Shrewsbury, and there are very, very good breakfast places in Shrewsbury, and I had forgotten that until then. And now all I want is to go out for breakfast. I love breakfast.
I think some places serving, but you got to eat outside.
Yeah, it's not the same.
No, it's not.
It's not the same. No, I want it at my table. That I normally have it with my coffee.
Yeah,
and just to sit there watching the world go by for a little bit.
Yeah, it's been crazy. Like I had a bit of time, and before I went to BJJ, because again that's back on. So like Oh yeah,
so you went to jiu-jitsu and got crippled.
Yeah, so it's not obviously because it's a combat sport and contact. There's a lot of restrictions in place. So
Have you still got all the square marked out bits where you can't touch each other and stuff?
Yeah, so there's still going to be a little while till it kind of gets back to normal, but. It was awesome to be back, and goddamn, I was absolutely crippled because I was moving in ways that I hadn't moved in a while.
Well, yeah, this is the thing. I went back to the gym, I expected to be like basically stone when I woke up. Like, when you swing your legs out of bed and they don't bend.
Yeah.
I expected to be a bit like that. And I woke up after doing the dumb thing I did at your gym for that first session back. That was literally my first session back.
Yeah.
On the Monday when you opened. I put all that crap in my body, then went and did that. and absolutely obliterated myself. I must have been there for 4 hours or so, filming, doing stuff,
at least,
messing.
Yeah.
Went so. I'll let you. It went so far. I got cramps all through my body. Next day, I was fine. And I was like,
you must be a
maybe.
god.
Well, I only slept 4 hours because I won't tell you why. But basically, if you overdose like I did on what I took, it's not good. You don't sleep well. So I woke up after about 4 hours of sleep. So I thought, oh, maybe that's it. My body's not had time to kind of go into that deep sleep where it realizes how bollocks you are and just running on second wind right now. But then next day afterwards, again, maybe I didn't sleep properly again, maybe 5 hours max.
You're going to get some severe DOMs in like
I think
a
the
day.
first big sleep, yeah. But I was like, oh, I just felt nice. Like my back was tight. And I just, if you want...
Posture felt good.
My posture felt good. And when you go to stretch and you feel it, you're like, oh, yeah. Yeah, I felt that. But no, like, mad crippling DOMs.
Yeah.
And then I've been in to do... Obviously, I've trained again since as well. So I've done another big session where I was in the gym from 12. I got there at about 11:30. I got there at 11. Got in about 11:30 because some people who work in gyms don't understand the difference between 10 p.m. and 11 p.m. when you ask a question about how long people are going to be in there. Literally. Like, will there be someone there until 11 p.m.? Yeah, bruv. Okay, cheers. Turn up 11 p.m. Big sign saying manned only till 10 p.m. Like, dude, you were... literally by the sign I'm now reading.
Yeah.
You work at the place. These are things you're supposed to know. It was bizarre. So I spoke to so many people this week who, when you get off from talking to me, you think, how do you walk and breathe?
Yeah.
I
think we've had a long time away from people and then we've forgotten how stupid some people are.
Well, I didn't want to say that. But yeah.
It's true.
I mean, dum-dums. Yeah. Like dum-dums. Just, and there were people with me, I have things on loudspeaker, and I hang up afterwards and I just look at them and they would go, dum-dum. Yeah. Because I was saying it out loud. And I had 3 in the space of 2 days where you're just like, how?
Yeah.
If I gave you gum to chew, you could have to sit down.
Yeah. Because it's too many tasks.
Just unbelievable. And how are you people? Anyway, so done that. Still bashed myself to death. Like proper went in hard as well because we filmed the second session. We filmed a raw training session. I want to do some more raw videos where it's like just aggressive and not in a bad way, just like showing that it fucking hurts, but it's good. Yeah. And so I went in and we did an old school bodybuilder style kind of, just smash it, go. Still. Dude, look, nothing. I can move in all directions.
Wow.
All directions. So I don't know. Legs I've done today. Yeah. So I think this will be
that's going to be the one, yeah. Because that's the one thing that you've not been able to train.
Yeah, my quads and calves have literally melted during COVID.
You got a good tan on the legs though, mate.
Yeah, well, when you've lost about 2 inches from your quads, you have to balance it with a good tan. Yeah. For what cuts you have left to show through. I've literally lost about 2 inches.
What we saw on leg. Omar Esof's post, advice to young lifters: grow your hair long. It distracts from your small calves.
Grow your hair long, get a tan, and wear some outrageous colours, and it just distracts from your weak points.
Yeah, that's the plan.
My Mr. Potato Head calves. I'm distracting you from my potato head calves with my pink Converse and my skull socks.
Yeah,
you don't even notice. You don't even. You skip
going
that
down
section
and then
of my
just
body.
miss that and go straight to the pink socks.
So my baby cows got trained today, and I'm going to train my calves. Pretty much beast them 3 times a week, but I'm going to do them every single session I go in. I'm going to do at least 5 sets. So at the start of my workout, before I do anything, box, then calves, and then do my workout. Yeah, and that's how I'm going to make them get back. Yeah, because once you've got a decent sized calves, you're all right in any clothes you wear. Your quads can take a bit of time to catch up then. Yeah, and you still look balanced. But if you got the flat quads and then the little peaky baby cows at the bottom.
Them bambino cows.
Little bambino cows. It's no good. So, yeah.
It's just your insertions are mega high as well.
My insertions are high, which really doesn't help me. Yeah. But, when they pop, they're good.
They're good.
It's when I relax at certain angles, I look like I've given up from my waist down. Just honestly. I was saying this to someone was asking me, oh, hang on. Ooh, look at that. Timed it well. And stop and restart the old videography thing. In a 3, a 2, a 1, bink. And we're back. Sweet. Look at that skill set. With a 50 seconds spare. Yeah, I was talking to somebody else about that, and I was explaining to them, so if I hold my shorts here, just above my knee, it literally looks like I've got no leg. Yeah. That's because my teardrop doesn't even start until a good 1/2 inch above my knee, like there. So I'm never going to have these big, heavy, meaty teardrops that hang over that you see on people. I love them. Yeah. Now I'm never going to have that. It's just my insertions. Then if I pull my shorts up, and you see my penis. No. You can see, look, all my meat's up here, look. Yeah. Which is mad, isn't it? Yeah. Look, like they're just starts up here. So this is the problem when I with me, if you cover anything from about 4 inches above the knee, if that's like suddenly loose and below that's tight, it literally looks like I've never trained legs in my life.
Yeah.
My legs only look good if I'm wearing tights.
Yeah.
Or short shorts.
Yeah.
Because then you can see the actual meat.
Yeah, a lot. It's similar for me. Most of my legs are quite big, but most of the mass is definitely higher up as well. Like, and I don't have those like super low insertions that will like hang over the kneecap and stuff like that.
I was saying to the guy that I was talking to today, he was just like, "Yeah, I really want this and that. You know, I heard you do this exercise. It gets like the mid part of your quad. You do this, it gets the outer." I'm like, dude.
Yeah.
Listen, your insertions are what they are. I said, just do what the basics and do them well. Make sure your mechanics are right, and then it'll grow if it grows. You know, and I think that's a big thing to learn. Is you are not like everybody else. You have your own stuff. You're going to look your own way. So work to best with what you've got.
Yeah. And
then if you do have weak points, just do like I'm going to do. My legs are going to get beasted minimum twice a week, but everything does. But I mean, they're going to get like extra sets put on them. Whereas I do 2 exercises for everything else each day, and then obviously repeat within 3 days. With the legs, I'm going to do the 2 exercises plus a feeder 3 sets of something every time. So just those add-ons, like with the calves, those little feeder 5 sets every session, just to work. You know, where it'll be like angles. I'll work the outer head, next I'll work the inner. Just, you know, so it'll be spread around. So that's what you got to do, man. Go put it in.
As well with calves, like I think they respond to kind of that real super high volume and high frequency.
Well, think about it. You walk around them all day long. Yeah. And then you think that doing some light, bouncy calf exercises is going to tax them at all.
Yeah, I think like just a lot of volume, a lot of frequency. So you see a lot of people that are like hikers and stuff like that, and they'll have some jacked ass calves, just
bike riders.
Yeah, bike riders. People, it's just kind of almost endurance based stuff.
Contemplating buying a pair of stilettos, just walk around the house in. Why not? Why not?
That's pretty hot.
I once saw a girl. So I used to be a doorman in some of the best places, like Burnley and Blackburn and Wigan.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Wigan. All the easy places full of really easygoing people. And I went to Wigan once, and so yeah, I just say they have a very unique use of the gene pool. They're very private with the genes. Yeah, they keep it to themselves.
Keep it in the family.
Yeah, and so what happened was a lovely group of ladies arrived, and one stood out more than the others. Not for the boobs, not for the hair, not for the face. No. For the fact that she had the quads and calves of a international prop. Yeah. A rugby prop. She could have squatted all the doormen.
Yeah.
All of them. And all of us watched her walk into that bar, jumping jacks it was, into there, and we were just all had leg, quad and calf envy. Yeah. I literally turned to one of the guys and went, "That's goals.
Yeah.
I want to look like that in heels."
Yeah. Yeah. Why don't I look that good in heels?
Hence, getting some heels for walking around the house at the weekend. There we go. I'm not really. I would die. I've fallen down these stairs 3 times just because I was wearing slippy socks. I don't know how girls do it. I really honestly don't.
Yeah. I know. I think a lot of choices that women make.
Oh, careful.
No. I think a lot of choices that women make clothes-wise, like, are super uncomfortable.
Yeah, and they're for us.
Yeah, they're for us. Like,
and we appreciate it, so keep doing it. Don't stop. Karen, back away from the conversation.
I don't think any guys make choices based on
guys make choices based on what other guys think.
Yeah.
Because we all assume that the ladies want a piece of this.
Yeah, we're just stupid and arrogant. We're just like, I'm fucking hot. And I think guys would, if there was like something that we could wear that would make us more attractive to women but was terribly uncomfortable, we wouldn't do it.
We wouldn't do it.
Like,
I think they did. I think that's called a tux, or a suit of any kind.
Yeah, fuck God.
Or a shirt. I hate them. Ugh, restrictive. I'm that guy at the wedding. You know, the moment the ceremony's over, jacket is off. Off.
So I like absolutely like I've got a fat neck as well, so I struggle fitting in shirts.
How quick can I cook a drink? I wasn't ready.
I've always had a fat neck, and like so. I feel like I'm getting fucking strangled. Veins like popping out my head.
You made me breathe fireball. Oh, Christ.
But I actually I acclimatized to it, so I put the suit on and I'm like, oh my God, I'm not going to survive more than like 10 minutes in this.
Yeah.
And then like an hour deep and I just kind of...
You forgot it was
I've just adapted to it. But then as soon as it's just like, we can get a bit of freedom, I was like... Blazers off, buttons are undone, ties done,
You do get
sleeves
that
are rolled
moment
up.
of being able to go...
Yeah, and then as the
undoing
night
that
progresses,
belt at
as
Christmas.
the drinks go, more buttons
More
go.
buttons. Oh, you want to see my 3 hairs?
When my belly button's out, that's when you know I'm fully lit.
Oh, dude, I've been to some messy weddings. I went to one wedding down south that was one of the most debaucherous things I've ever witnessed.
Really?
Yeah, it was like, and they were loving it.
Yeah.
It was, I won't say what was taken and going
God.
down there, but there was lots of stuff, and I was just wide-eyed and like,
Holy shit.
But all the parents were involved in everything.
Really?
Yeah.
God damn.
Liberal world. Fun though. All lovely people. Not one bad thing happened.
Yeah, fair play to them.
Yeah.
Fair play
It
to
was
them.
really fun. Fun.
Should we talk about something like maybe, obviously, you know, you got to be careful with what we talk about.
Did we finish last week? Did we ever have anything else we didn't cover? Because we went a bit deep last week, didn't we?
Yeah.
Oh, we did want to ask you guys something actually.
Oh,
yeah. In terms of what we talk about, would you like sometimes there to be like a real specific topic that we go full 90 minutes on?
Yes.
Or do you like the fact that we kind of do the day-to-day stuff and then have the topic things at the end?
Yeah.
That's what we wanted to know, really.
Yeah, like we this is
I
still
want
really
people
new
to-
for us.
Yeah, but I want people to leave the podcast feeling like happy.
Yeah.
I don't want it to always be a bit like education.
No, and looking at the comments and some of the messages that I get, and obviously what you get as
I
well.
want the reprieve.
A lot of people just like it because we're just having a chat, talking fucking bollocks for the most part, telling like some stupid
stories.
Yeah, just some shit that's gone on in our lives, and like I think that's nice and light-hearted.
But still covering like the day-to-days, obviously what's happened in the week prior.
Yeah.
And we'll keep up the Q&As where we obviously give you guys a chance to ask us questions. And like the last time we did, when we saw that a guy sent in, about making friends over.
And it was a
when you were
brilliant
busy,
question, yeah.
And we thought, that deserves a real good wallop at it. And we did that. I just think it might be a tad boring if we go really deep into always diet and food and stuff like that. I think it's good to have like the little side bits of a bit of proof and then leave people with a little bit of information every time, myself personally.
Yeah.
But we will, if you so wish, go into more depth and stuff.
Yeah, we thought like, maybe down the line when we could potentially even start popping out like maybe 2 podcasts and one could be like a short one, like a 30-minute one where we just
could do
hammer out one specific topic, and then the rest is just what we do now on the daily.
Title it something. So we'd need a title for that. So obviously this is the main CREWCast, and we'd have to have like CREWCast Education Edition.
I don't...
Teacher edition.
We are both too fucking stupid to have anything called, anything that we're providing called as educational. So I think it would just be,
Whatever, dude. I used the word gravitas yesterday.
Fair play.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Gravitas.
So I'm just going to leave the room. I'm off. I'm done.
Take your unquintessential self from thy...
My big words have been used up for the
Chair.
week. I'm stuck with 4-letter words now.
Like when you play
Fuck
Scrabble.
shit.
When you say Scrabble, and all you can see is swear words and slang.
Yeah, I played.
Damn you, Oxford Dictionary.
I played Scrabble the other day, and I nailed because I'm obviously being dyslexic. I was like, "Fuck it," I'm going in, and I got a sick word, and I can't remember what it was now, and I got so many points. I can't remember what it was. God damn if I remember. But I was like so chuffed. And the thing is, I had almost all the word for ages. And I was clinging on to it. I was just like, this is my moment of glory.
And then
like,
someone comes in and takes your spot with the word like zoo.
Yeah,
No.
Yeah.
Gets
I'm sure I don't know what the fuck it was.
magnanimous.
It had an X and a Z in. I'm sure it did.
An X and a Z.
I'm sure. I don't know if that word even exists.
No,
I'm sure it was something fucking ridiculous.
Xenomorph.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, it's like I was xenomorph from fucking Aliens. Yeah, that must have been it.
Oh, dude, I'll tell you what I was talking about the other day. You remember Alien, the original movie?
Yeah.
It is a horror movie, isn't it? I was having this discussion. Some people dispute the fact that it's a horror movie. It's 100% a horror movie.
The first one is a horror.
It's a single monster threat that you don't see until the very end of the film.
They get hunted down one by one.
Yeah.
It's a horror film.
Well, there's only her, isn't there, in the first one?
Well, no, because there's a whole team, and then they get killed. Killed
Isn't
off.
that the second?
No, the second one is when they come in with the Marines.
Oh, you're right. Yes. Yeah. So the end of it's only her, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it
Yeah.
starts
So
like,
yeah, it's a horror movie, dude.
yeah, they're on the Nostromo, and the crew gets
How do you remember the name of the goddamn ship?
because I fucking love Aliens.
Yeah, I know, but did you
love
when you
Aliens.
watched it, did you think right? Nostromo, remember that? Remember that show? Because I can't retain that kind of information.
There's several books as well, so I've listened to the audiobooks. There's like three audiobooks
I need to do this
that are like in
audiobook
between.
thing.
So there's Alien, Out of the Shadows, Alien, River of Pain, and I can't remember the other one. The third one's a bit shit, so don't bother with that. But the first one, fucking brilliant. And there's a voice actor who, through the entire book, so each character has their own voice actor. It's a very high production value audiobook. It's not just one narrator reading out, and they've got sound effects. You can hear, like, as they're walking and talking, the ship doors are opening and closing and stuff like that. It's very well produced. Really, really good quality audiobook.
Can we mess with the algorithm this week? And in the comment section, can we have "Leave her alone, you bitch"? Or is it "Get off her, you bitch"? What's the word? Get your hands off her, you bitch. That's it. Get your hands off her, you bitch.
I just remember "you bitch," but I can't actually.
Alien quotes in the comment section, please.
Yeah.
Alien quotes in the comment section. The movie Alien. Let's fuck with the algorithm.
Or just be like, "Game over, man! Game over!
Game over,
That's
man!
Aliens.
Game over!" That is the worst line in that entire film.
Game over, man!" Yeah, I don't know whether they'd be able to spell. How do you spell the gunshot sounds?
Brat, 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 brat.
Brat, brat. So yeah, just fuck with the algorithm. Go and fire a load of comments if
It's
you're on
going to be
YouTube.
in my head all goddamn week now.
But, anyway. So
Maybe it's the best line in the film because we remember it so much.
Yeah.
Switching it around on us, sneaky bastard.
But the actress who did the voice for Ellen Ripley, I thought it was Sigourney Weaver. It sounds exactly like Sigourney Weaver, and it wasn't until the end credits, and I was like, "Who is this person? And how have you tricked me?"
I thought that about. I do this a lot though. I think it's always Liam Neeson. I constantly think he's doing a voiceover for stuff, and it turns out it's just a voiceover guy. And I always think it's Liam Neeson. There's loads of things. Like I thought Optimus Prime was Liam Neeson.
Oh, really?
Yeah, for ages. Nope.
Did you ever play Fallout 3?
I haven't played any of them.
Oh, Fallout 3, the guy who plays your dad in it is Liam Neeson.
Was it actually?
Yeah.
I love him.
It's pretty
Have you seen
cool.
the size of his hands? Next time you watch a Liam Neeson movie,
No, I haven't.
Look at his
Got
hands.
fucking shovels.
Mate, they're not his own hands. These are Frankenstein hands.
Yeah, you would not want to get a
are
smack from Liam Neeson.
massive. They're just like these. Just look at his hands. They're designed for. You're going for a second.
I am.
Reaching for the bottle. Yeah. If he reached for that bottle, his hands would literally wrap around it. It's like they're the hands of an 8-foot person with growth hormone disorder. Go on then. Top it up. I feel like we're going to get a bit naughty on this.
Yeah, me too.
This is going to carry on. And we were both yawning before. And it's going to be 3 a.m. We're going to be listening to country rock.
Yeah, or we're going to be watching Aliens.
Jesus Christ, mate.
I know.
Have you seen what we've done? That's one, two. That's four minimum 4 shot of that. Bang. That's 6 shots in 2 drinks. Well done, sir. Chin chin. Long week. Good week.
No, it has. It's been an awesome week.
I hope you've all enjoyed it. I hope you're making the most of it. And if you're going back to the gym or you're going back to what you're normally doing and you're not as good as it as you were before, don't get frustrated. Just love the fact that here's the thing, and I love to say it. So people like to get really focused on how I'm doing this wrong, I've done that wrong. Here's the thing, dude. You just worked out you were doing something wrong, which means you can fix it.
Yep.
And you know what happens when you fix stuff? Good things happen. So it's a really great thing to find out when you're going back that you're a struggle at something, because the moment you start to feel getting good at it again, that means gains if you're in a gym, or if it's like something like a skill set that you're at, it means that you have improved.
100%. Yeah, that's it. With training in general, if you found something that like a variation of an exercise that you seem to be really weak at, or you just don't perform, that is the thing that you want to focus on, because those are easy gains. If you're already very strong and perform very well at something, if you perform very well at something, then you're already kind of topping out your progress with that. That's going to be something that's harder to make progress on. Something that you absolutely suck at, you've got so much room for improvement. Those are the easy wins that you can take. So, like, yes, you might have your ego might take a little bit of a beating.
Dude, I know. But honest, this is probably one of my best attributes.
I think your best attribute is the beard, but
I'm
just saying.
I swear to God, this thing's going to leave me and go off and have its own little career soon.
It's got its own.
That and my left arm, my beard and my left arm will leave and go and do their own thing.
Lex Griffin's beard has its own Instagram account.
I'm just lucky they let me get a photo with them every so often. But honestly, I think one of my best attributes is that I love finding something I'm shit at, because I immediately think, oh, if I even get just a little bit better, I'm going to see results from this.
Yes. Yeah.
And that's how I take everything. That's why I'm never really disheartened about, because it's like my shoulder was, so my shoulder, I don't think a lot of people really know this. My shoulder was absolutely terrible for 18 months, right? It actually used to hurt me to take a plate off the bottom of the leg press machine to have to lift it up onto the leg press. Yeah. That used to cause me actual pain. Yeah. I used to not let on how bad it was, because I don't know. I felt like if I put it out there all the time that my shoulder's knackered, it was too much of a negative to put out to give other people an excuse to be like, yeah, I'm broken, I can't do this and that. So, but I was literally unable to even really do even press-ups for over a year. That's how bad I've been. Yeah. So now we worked out, and it all turned out, ended up being bicep tendonitis was the issue. If you haven't listened to previous episodes, and we thought it was a scapular issue, and it turned out nope. So obviously all the rehab I was doing was for scapular, and then obviously so now we fixed it, and it took about 3 months to fix it after being out for 18. Can you believe that shit? Yeah. 3 months, and now I can press. And today, and this is a weird thing, I went to load the leg press machine, and I picked the weight up, not thinking, off the bottom run, grabbed a 20 plate, picked it up and put it on, no pain. Yeah. And I was just on my own, just a little smile. Yeah. And it was just me loading a plate onto the leg plate. Do you know what I mean? But this lets me know you're back. Yeah. You're back. And I've been able to press, I've been able to train, I've been able to punch, I've been able to do everything. You're going to see my body go fucking stupid over the next 3 months. But then it will flatten out. But oh my God, it's just that little progression. I can pick a weight up with no pain. Yeah. Made me, just really made my workout better then. Yeah. Because I was on a little bit of a mini high.
Yeah, feel good. Yeah. And I think where you started initially was like, if people aren't having these amazing sessions, or you feel like, oh man, look how weak I am.
Rough. That was tough.
That's cool. That's fine.
You got through it.
I've literally, so we've had members in, and some of them have been in every day, and we've had several members that have been in twice a day. That's probably a little bit extreme, but fair play. Some of them had the week off work.
Do you know what? That might be not a bad idea, because if you're going to go in and smash 2 body parts in one session, that might kill you. But if you do one body part, go away, eat, rest, and then come back and do the other, you might be less of a state.
Well, some of them, literally, so it's been, as of recording, it's been 5 days since we've been open. And some of them are already starting to, have already noticed progression in their training. Like, the first session felt bad, they've come back, they've hit something a few days later, the same as the first day, and it's been better. Like, I know one of the guys, Luke, he came in on day one and he was squatting, and it was like a lower body workout. I think he did some like stiff leg deadlifts and some squats and some other bits and pieces
on the first day.
Yeah. And bearing in mind, so like he squatted like 3 plates for reps in the past. And he was just coming in to feel out, and he just put 60 kilos on the bar on squats. And I don't no, just
total
60, 20 plate aside.
The type of gym Lou has, that's very easily 60 aside. It's like quite common.
So like he was coming in super light, just doing some reps, and then like I saw him the next day when he came in for a back session, I think, and he was like, "Oh, I was expecting my legs to hurt because I was squatting, but like my upper back's aching, my shoulders are aching." I was like, I didn't even train them, like they're hurting just because of obviously having to brace with a load on your back, and like obviously stabilizing when you're doing like your RDLs, rotating deadlifts.
This is it, and you realize then all these other things that are working that haven't been able to work. Like because I had the shoulder shit thing, and obviously my shoulder thing has caused many other compensatory issues, which I've been aware of and have been fixing prior, but I just couldn't through COVID. So because I have my left glute needs work on being able to fire properly, I literally have been learning to walk again through COVID. I showed you my walk, didn't I? I now glide like a princess. Whereas before I loped like a servant. Whereas now I feel like I should do a hip twist spin. At the end, hand on the hip, spin, and come back.
I did a handstand today, actually. I did.
Actual handstand?
Yeah.
Why?
Because there was somebody doing it as part of like a CrossFit thing that they were doing.
Right.
And then
they weren't doing kipping. push-up things.
They would. I don't think they did in that workout, but they probably did in other workouts. But anyway, and part of it they were like doing some handstands, and I was like, I did a handstand when I was 10.
I
can do that.
No, the
now.
handstands are getting super popular.
Yeah,
really popular.
But Tyler, the wrestler, like he's so good at handstands. He can literally like.
It's a real skill set.
He's like walked up and down the AstroTurf on his hands.
Yeah, it takes so much core strength and balance, and you have to really like align all your body. So it's really good for you to practice handstands. Loads of people are doing it, and mainly girls because. Men, we don't like. I don't know why we don't do handstands more. Yeah. But it's weird. But there's a big female push on it at the moment.
Yeah.
But blokes, we should probably start doing it
again.
Maybe you and I should start learning to do handstands.
Yeah. No, I got into position. I was only able to hold it for a few seconds.
It hurts like shit.
Well, when I did it, my shoulders sounded like a bowl of Rice Krispies. like she was like, I was like, oh, I've not been here for a while.
Did you when you did it? Like, did you feel the struggle of trying to keep your butt? Did you feel like your butt was like way over your head when it really wasn't? I felt like I went up. So yeah, I did the forearm on the hands headstand, and you go up and you kick your feet up, and someone catches you to try to balance you. And you're like, okay, straighten. And when I was straight, I felt like I was tipping over.
Yeah.
So, no, you're straight now, and it felt because I'm so out of alignment. I felt completely off axis, and that's so my body's compensated so much that straight now feels wrong.
Ah, right, okay.
Yeah, it's bad. But it's great because fix it. So going back to the fixie thing, the reason quads and stuff have suffered over lockdown is because. I need leg press and stuff like that to rehab myself because I need to be pinned into a seat so I can jam my hips back and keep them aligned and be able to shift weight. And so I'm actually avoiding a lot of squat work until my mechanics are fixed in just a normal leg motion.
Yeah.
So to get back in and be able to do leg press and stuff like that has been beautiful, but didn't need a lot of weight. Yeah. I ended the session doing sissy squats, but also I didn't do too bad. I got 4 plates aside on the leg press, really controlled, really strict, and felt it fully on my quads and off my knee.
Yes.
And here's a big thing I just wanted to get across because I worked this out only a few months prior to lockdown. And it's a talk of the handstand is what's saying, right? So like I said, with the handstand, when I was straight, I felt really off. When something's wrong and you're compensating, your body will start to feel straight when it's cockeyed.
Yeah.
Because it's just what your body will do. Your body just wants to keep you alive and able to hunt, pretty much. It doesn't know we live in this, utopia that we do now of laziness. So when you go to put yourself, if you're on something and you're feeling pain in areas you shouldn't be feeling it, for me, it was leg press. I was feeling it in my knee, and it made no sense. So what I realized what was happening was when I was sat in leg press, as I go to drive upward with the weight, my left hip is rolling forward. Yeah. Okay, so now what's happening is my left hip's lifting and moving forward. So what that's doing is changing the central load point of what I'm pushing through. So rather than it now being on my quad, because my hip has shifted up, so it's now above my right hip, they're off kilter. Now that weight load transfers obviously up the leg. So it goes, because the glutes are no longer pinned, no longer taking the weight. So the glute inactivates, which then loads the knee. Yeah. And that's why I was feeling the pain. So now I push my left hip right back, let it pin it back, grip the handles, which is what they're there for on the leg press. You need to pull and push at the same time. Like that's what they're there for. And so when I jam that left hip back and drive through, I have to force it back as I drive up, and it feels like I'm literally twisting left. Yeah. But I'm not. I'm now straight and 0 knee pain. Yeah. So these are little things you really need to pay attention to.
You see a lot of people that are benching, and they're benching quite swift. Yeah. And they feel like they're flat, but they're really not. Or even sometimes you'll see it when
I did it for years, mate.
When somebody's this is something that I'm guilty of, and I remember spotting people in the gym on bench press. So you're looking down their torso, and you can see their feet planted, and one leg's out, and then the other one's like one's at 9 o'clock, and the other one's at 1 o'clock, and it's like, whoa, what's going on
need
there?
that. You'll see tons of people like that. There's always one off like this, and if
they feel like they're perfectly straight. Yeah,
you need to. This is what I mean. When you're training with each other, if your training partner, when you're doing a set, is on their phone, you need to slap them awake. Yeah. Like, it's a privilege to have somebody to train with. So pay the fuck attention to each other and not your goddamn phone. Because you know what? Nobody gives a shit about the girl's ass you're looking at or the guy's new haircut or bullshit. For fucking 2 hours of the day, put your goddamn phone away.
Yeah, pay attention to the person that you're with.
Have some human interaction.
Help them out. So that's a really great point, actually. Like, I've been training with the gym manager, Liam, and
I thought you were going to say, I've been training with the gym man. And that was going to be
man.
it?
Yeah.
Just the gym man.
So, yeah, the manager, Liam. And Liam's background was in management, not in any kind of fitness. So he's a gamer. He used to work and manage a game in the ball ring. And so he wanted to get into fitness, but that wasn't his area of specialty.
I drank too much Fireball.
Have you?
Yep.
How so?
That's really burning.
You a little bit too much.
I wasn't paying attention. I was paying attention to you talking. I took a really big gulp.
And it's not, the ice is gone as well.
The ice is completely gone. It's very hot.
Okay.
That's peppery. Okay, carry on. My
supposed to
left
meet the
eye
ball.
started to water. Yeah, go on.
So anyway,
I'll be emotionally listening to you now. I'm going to try and bring a tear to my eye.
there we go. So yeah, anyway, Liam. Yeah, been training with him. So he's been with us just over a year now, and like he's made some really good progress. He's lost a lot of weight. He's like gained so much strength and just general
Liam.
fitness.
Keep it up.
And he's looking really great, and he feels so much more confident in himself.
Yeah.
And Liam hasn't got anywhere near as much experience as I've got in training, but he can still see me and objectively be like, okay,
Of course, you can see someone's out of a line, like you're twisted.
Yeah.
It doesn't take a genius to see that's not the same as your left is not the same as your right.
Yeah, and he can give me feedback on how that how something moved. Like especially when you're doing strength training, sometimes something that's quite heavy, relative might feel like it moved very slowly just because you're trying so hard. But it actually the bar speed was quite fast.
That's why be doing yourself can sometimes be really beneficial. Not all the time, but just on those hard lifts, do that.
Yeah.
But I think this is a very good point. So overall, like make sure that you when you're going back, right, we've all been so locked off from everything. Anything we go back to now, we're going to start getting like newbie gains and all those little fun things are going to go on. So when you start feeling those little aches and those little pains in different places, pay attention to them.
Yeah.
Like this is your chance to reset. And not just about training. This is your chance to reset if you're going back to work. It's your chance to reset if you're going back to a skill set or a craft that you haven't been able to do for ages. Really fucking get that passion back for starting fresh and really think, right, this is my fucking start point. This is my foundation. Now I'm going to really, from this point on, I'm going to not take it for granted that this activity, this thing I love doing, is available to me, and I'm going to make the fucking most of it.
Yeah,
don't desensitize us for a week. Please don't fucking desensitize. Keep appreciating.
Yeah, use this as an opportunity. It's a fresh start, and also think about it in terms of like a lot of the issues that you may have had when you were training previously. You're getting the chance to build back up from scratch. So if you see yourself fall into these old patterns and having the old aches and pains that you were getting before, do something about it.
Yep.
I introduced randomly...
Well, now they've had a big break. In theory, there's a rest point for the body here. Your body should be able to now readjust.
Yeah.
So, but if you put them back into the old pattern, you're going to get the same old problems.
Yep.
So change the pattern.
Yes.
This is your chance because it's had the rest and it honestly will feel this is why my shoulder's fixed.
Yeah.
So only reason, if I'd kept going to the gym and kept going and I hadn't had this break, I honestly believe this would still be fucked and I wouldn't have found out it was the bicep instead of the shoulder.
Yeah, exactly.
I honestly do.
Exactly. Like, just listen to your body. If you feel yourself going back into those old habits when, people are, my back's been aching. And
or mood. If we're talking about training, but also same if it's a mood. If you're going back into the same mood, something's depressing in the same as it used to, and you'd realised because often when we've had the lockdown and things like that, you've had a different change of mood. So when you go back, you think, "Oh, this isn't making me happy anymore." Mm-hmm. If that isn't making you, if something's not making you happy or you're not enjoying it, change it. This is your moment. Yeah. This is your time.
Yeah, like I think we're talking about this in terms of we both love training and love the gym.
Yeah, but
not
like a craft, a skill, a work, whatever it is.
Not everyone loves the gym. No. Not everyone loves the gym, and that might not.
It just translates. This is all about your mindset, isn't it? This is what it is, and I think this is what we do well. Is we show. But this is why training is so good, though, because it translates into all other parts of your life. Yeah. And it doesn't have to be the gym. We always say this. It can be a club that you go to. It can be the jiu-jitsu like you talked about earlier.
Yeah.
And just getting involved in something that makes you fucking happy, and that will give you perspective on everything else. Everything else. But if you go back to the same old ways, doing the same old shit, expect the same old fucking results.
Yeah.
Simple.
Yeah. Use this as a chance to like really have an objective look at you. Mentally and physically. If you know things don't gel well with you physically, fucking stop doing them. If you know things don't gel with you mentally, stop doing them. Focus on the good shit and forget about the bad shit. And don't worry about stopping doing something because it doesn't feel right. if it doesn't fit with you, stop it. Like the other day, I tried some mace swings for the first time, and they looked cool, and like a couple of other people were doing them, and I was like going to do a round of, well, I did 2 rounds, and I was meant to be doing 3, and as I got into that second round, started to feel a very familiar elbow tendonitis pain that I was getting, and after that, I did that round, and then I was like, I'm not doing it anymore because I know this is aggravating me. I can do loads of other forms of training that don't cause me any tendonitis pain. So I'm going to focus on those things. And I'm probably going to give this a miss because, it'd be cool if I could do it. But right now, it's probably not feeling the best. So I'll come back to it later, or I'll try a different variation or something else.
It's not being defeated. It's being sensible. It's not even being sensible. Sensible is the wrong word. It's being attuned to the way you feel.
There's good pain and bad pain.
Yeah, but just attuned to the way you feel, whether it's mental, whether it's physical. This is a huge, huge thing. And we've all come to appreciate mental health much more, I think, through COVID. And that can be, whether we've looked at it in terms of how training or being and getting out to do your hobby, your craft or whatever is a benefit, and how much we missed it and how much it's helped our lives. So we're able to go back to it. So take that on board. Remember how much these things really helped you in the past. And imagine how much even better they're going to be if you really focus on them and fix even the things that were wrong with the things that used to help you. Then you're going to come even stronger. And if you're somebody who's struggled through lockdown, put on weight, and you're going back and you feel completely underwhelmed because you think, fuck, I've gone backwards. Listen, your body will snap back real quick, but you still got to put that fucking effort in to make it do it. All you have to do is give it a stimulus, and it will fucking come back. It will work. It will feel shit for 2 or 3 weeks, but trust me, gets that 4th week, you're going to start flying, you're going to start bouncing, you start feeling good. So just stick with it. Nothing happens in days. It's always weeks and months and years.
Yes, it's the cumulative effect, isn't it? That's the most important part.
Snowball effect.
Yeah, you just got to get that positive momentum going, and also, again, be kind to yourself over the first few weeks. Like I said,
not soft.
Yeah, there's a difference being kind to yourself and being realistic.
Yeah, dude. Like I've gone back. I ain't lifting heavy.
Yeah,
I just go right 10s, 10 reps. What are we gonna get on 10s? And if I feel like it's 2 or 3 left in the tank, I'm like, okay, that's cool for this week. That'll push. It's a push. It's enough of a push. So I haven't been going like, well, no, I did go balls to the wall for that one video, but it was for the video.
Yeah.
And even then I was taking huge rest points in between to make sure. And I did boxing before starting.
Yeah.
Now, I honestly 100% truly believe that the fact I've been doing boxing during the whole lockdown thing, it's made me focus on that, because I was like, can't do this. What else do I like doing? Focus on the boxing. So that's what I started doing. I honestly believe it's made me a better machine for when I've gone back, because I went back to the gym for that hella session where I thought this is going to really screw me.
Yeah.
I did 5 rounds of boxing before I went and did the crazy bodybuilding session. I'm fine.
Yeah.
I'm fine. And I swear to God, it's because of that. Because the boxing's mobility, its explosiveness, and plus it's getting my body moving through angles and ranges and movements that it would not get from weights. So I'm going in, I was dripping with sweat by the time I even picked up the first weight. So I'm warm, I'm mobile, blood's flowing, and my lungs are on fire. The weights were fucking easy after the boxing. So I honestly think like this is your chance now to maybe flip that routine and try something new, add in there, get something going. Whatever you were doing before, give it a fresh little look.
Yeah.
See what's going on. Now's your time. Invest in yourselves and really, this is, like we said, it's a fucking, as bad as it was, as shit as it was, it honestly is a fucking point to reset yourself.
Yeah.
This is our time to really just fucking go, you know what? That was so shit that anything I do now can only be better.
Yeah.
So let's try fucking everything.
I was thinking about this, and so many people have talked about how hard it was mentally on so many people, and how rough of a time that everyone's had.
Yeah.
And it really made me think about and this is not to undermine or to poo-poo anyone who has had a hard time, because I've had a hard time. Lots of people.
We talked about hard times, so everyone knows that.
But imagine, I don't want to take this too dark, but imagine something. People have gone through generations where there's been the Holocaust and things like that. Imagine, I can't even comprehend how detrimental that was to people's mental health, because in times like that,
we discussed that, didn't you, about the digging the grave things, the torturous things they do.
There was no talk of mental health. Mental health wasn't even a thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And just imagine how impactful that was on generations.
Well, I lost my grandma to what's essentially depression.
Yeah.
Because the type they didn't have it would have been It was before I was born. She was in the 50s, so she would have been something like in the 60s.
Yeah.
Of course, it was before I was born. I was saying that because I was trying to work out my mum's age when everything happened, because it was well before I was born. So my grandma was my great aunt, because I won't go into it because it's in case mum's listening. But so it's basically that what she went through to fix her was like she had the whole electrocution therapy thing, electroshock therapy, and all that was. And now we cure that with a pill, which is insane, you know. Sorry, I got a bit like emotional with that one. Then I forgot the point of why I said that. Why did I say that?
In terms of talking about like the trauma that people have dealt with in the past, and you said you lost your grandma through depression.
Yeah, don't quite know where I was going with that. Trauma. Where are we going? We're coming back to being happy from it. Where was I at a point? God damn you, brain. My brain just went, oh, that's a sad moment, and then forgot what we were talking about.
I don't know, mate.
Damn. I think it's so I think the point was there's a lot of things that people have suffered. So we were talking about the fact that when they made them dig their own graves, and then because they would get some kind of fulfillment from even digging and doing nothing.
Yeah, they actually made
it. They make them fill them back in just to get them.
Yeah, when they were digging their graves, there's something built into humans that achieving a task is a good thing. So it was only when they actually got them to dig the graves.
Why did you start talking about that?
And then fill them back in, because it was talking about the importance of having goals. Basically, if you have a goal and it's a meaningful task, then you'll do it. If you do things aimlessly, motivation drastically drops off.
Yeah.
People were happier to dig their own graves than they were to dig a hole and fill it back.
I know that, but why did we start talking about the whole section? Jesus, my brain has had a full short circuit.
It's all right, mate. So
my brain's got all emotional about my grandma
from previous, or what I've been talking about today.
No, what you were literally starting that topic then.
So today it was basically like from how hard things have been for people during lockdown, makes it almost impossible for me to comprehend how impactful the things like, you know, apartheid, or, you know, there's been so many things historically that have gone on.
Yeah.
I was just like, how the fuck did
people have got through those?
Yeah, how have entire generations survived such crazy levels of oppression, murder, genocide, all these things that have gone on in the past?
I think my point was with my grandma, the fact that she suffered from depression to the point where the only cure they had for it was electroshock therapy, which was so horrendous.
Yeah.
And that didn't work, whereas now we've progressed to understand that it's a mechanism that we control, it's a chemical imbalance, and we can control it. And it's like we've come so far now that there's always something that you can do now. We know so much more, and there's so much more to reach out to bring you out of these like darker places. But I'm sorry guys, you'll probably be screaming at me from knowing from where we went, because I can't go back in the recording, but my brain just went full emotional.
Do you know, like, there's like Dr. Mengele and the kind of the experiments that happened in like the Nazi camps? Do you know anything about that? Have I ever spoken about it?
No.
So it's
hang on. Which experiments? The ones with the way they tried drowning and stuff like that?
So yeah, they
know about those.
Did like operations on people. Basically, you know, some of the things that they did. All these events during World War II, when they had the Jews in the camps, and they tortured them with things that were so inhumane, but those things have massively advanced medical science and all the knowledge that they gained, which they wouldn't be able to gain in any other way because it was so unethical, has, you know, helped with cancer treatments nowadays and things like that. It's just like it's such a...
Even in the worst of the worst, we can find some good.
Yeah.
I think it's the message.
It's fucking horrendous. But yeah, like I said, it just blows my mind. It's not even... I can't even comprehend how...
There has to be balance, though. There can't just be... There can never be pure evil without pure good. There can't be. The cosmos must be balanced. Everything, it always is. There always is. So for every huge negative that goes on... Some of the biggest negatives in my life have always led to the biggest positives.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you just have to honestly just come out of like, because how down you got, how depressed you got during the COVID, whatever you felt, and how real it was, because it was real. There's now a light at the end of the tunnel with everything coming out, and all you have to do is be open to opportunity. The problem with the depression and things like that is it shuts you out from other people and shuts you out from opportunities to go and do something that takes you away from that depressive state.
Yeah.
And that's huge. So just my saying is make your own energy.
Yeah.
And they've been pushing this because make your own energy is really thing, because you need to make energy to be happy. To be happy takes energy. And it's absolutely normal. It's absolutely fine. I don't think enough people fucking know this. It takes effort and it takes energy to make yourself happy every day, but you're fucking normal to have to do that.
Yeah.
Absolutely. But the more you do it, easier it gets, because you find the mechanisms that make you happy.
Yep.
You find little things and you start removing those things that make you depressed and things that make you negative. And that's what we've been talking about with the training and with just the life and the craft. That's exactly what we were talking about earlier.
Yep.
And it really just,
I really like that, the make your own energy thing. I think I'm amazed it's not
been tracked with before.
Yeah, not been taken before,
because
really it's so legitimate. Like, you have to actively try to do these things.
I don't think enough people know this.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people think I should feel this way and I don't. There's something wrong with me.
Yeah.
And it's like, no, that shit takes effort to feel that way.
Yeah, you make a conscious effort to do other things that are hard. So why the fuck do you not make a conscious effort to make yourself happy?
Which then goes back to doing stuff that makes you happy and concentrating on yourself rather than doing things you think you should be doing rather than what you want to be doing.
The thing that's difficult with anxiety or depression is because they're so insidious that your vision is tainted by the depression. You have to view your life through the depression or through the anxiety, and sometimes you by having depression, you don't even want to fix yourself. You don't want to because you don't deserve it. You feel you don't deserve it.
That's when you need the support system around you.
Yeah, and that's the thing. So
just reach out.
It's obviously make your own energy, and that's a thing that you 100% have to do.
Well, it's like,
but not everyone is capable of doing that because they don't even feel like they can, and they don't even feel like they deserve.
You know, I've had a lot of people message me about. A lot of people, it's just so weird about having. It's been deep, man. I've had people messaging me about having schizophrenia, multiple personality disorders, ADHD, all these different things like that they've struggled with through COVID, which understandably so. You know, that's got to be difficult. But now things are starting to open up, and they're like, and they've listened to some of the stuff we've said, which is really fucking cool. That we've said a few things that have hit home, and little things that have helped them perk them up. So this is again why I hope you're really listening now as well. Is because I know that a lot of the same people who are saying these things of like when it's pointed out to them that, listen, it's okay to not be okay all the fucking time. Mm-hmm. All you need to do is hear that every so often and understand that you're not abnormal, and that it is Instagram and all that's a highlight fucking reel. It's a highlight reel. And you have to remember that. Everything you see on social media is a fucking highlight reel. Nobody's going to take a picture of the moment they're sat on their own in their living room watching some shite movie, feeling crap on their own. Nobody's taking a picture of that. Nobody's videoing that shit. Which is why we like to talk about it.
Yeah.
Because hopefully, and this is why you should talk about it, because the more you talk about it, think about this, the more you talk about it, the more you're helping other people too.
Yes.
It's a ripple effect.
Mm-hmm.
So the more you talk, the more you help, and the more you're helping, the more you're going to help yourself. It's a lovely little circle to be involved with. So get out of the circles of the bullshit and the negativity and all the critical, materialistic shite. Put a little bit of happiness out there. Watch the ripples flow. Yeah. It'll come back. It all comes back.
Everyone's got a good opportunity to
really does. Restart time, people.
Yeah.
And with that, let's do some questions to see what people are actually asking. Yes. Let's get off our box of lovely soap that we're on. Yeah. Got a little bit carried away there. It's just because, I just feel like after this first week, some people are going to feel a bit down because stuff's not going to have gone the way they hoped.
Yeah.
Because they've kind of when you look at something with rose-tinted glasses.
Yes, that's exactly it, isn't it? And
it's not going to be easy.
People have put this thing on a pedestal of like getting back to normality.
Yeah.
And they've kind of tried to, and it's not gone quite as they planned. So I've seen, literally, we've had hundreds of people come in over the last the last 5 days. And I've seen some people that have everyone's loved it, but then some people have been like, oh, fuck me, it's so good to be back, but God, I'm so weak, and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, and straight to that negative kind of like, oh.
And then there's other people that are just like, oh, I can't wait to keep the ball rolling. And everyone who has had a bit more of a negative experience, like they've been weaker than they expected, I'll be like, that's fine, that's cool. It will come back so quickly. You just got to get the ball rolling, just keep positive, keep pushing. And also other people are kind of having more of like, they've come back, they've had a good time, but they're just like, I don't even know whether I don't even know whether I'm going to get back there. It seems like such a long road. Whereas I think you just kind of...
Don't think of it as a long road. Think of it as just you're on the right road.
Yeah.
You're on the right road. It doesn't matter how long.
It's not a race.
It's a never-ending road anyway.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter how
Well, you
long
die
it
eventually,
seems
so
to.
not... so it does end eventually,
You know what I mean? Well, not if you believe what I believe, sir.
Well...
Energy can't be created nor destroyed.
No.
We pass on, but we pass on differently.
Yeah, no, that's a fair point.
So it's a long road regardless. Even if you're sprinting down that road, it's still a long one. So don't worry about it. Here we go.
Let's get some questions.
Yes. We're going to have to go quick fire because we have 15 minutes.
Yep. I will do my best.
There we go. So Dutton Isol. Try speaking in Portuguese. This is all he asks. Okay. I'm going to say it and then I'm going to pass it to you and you can try and say it.
God damn.
I don't even know what Portuguese sounds like. Portuguese. No.
I don't know.
Don't know. You're just looking at me with very quizzical
I've drank
eyes.
too much fucking
Portuguese.
Fireball.
Right, I'll
to be
try
doing
that.
this
Here we
shit.
go. Est-tu comme I'm gone French straight away. Vous comer peu de quijo? No idea. You'll go.
Where is
Top
this?
very first question. Attempt. Go.
Est-tu conforme?
You're French as well.
Yeah. Est-tu conforme? Zu comer pau de quado. Fuck no. There we go.
We both went French, aren't we? That's because we only learned French in school.
Yeah.
So we automatically went... blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
How much weight should a 14 to 15-year-old lift? Listen, it doesn't matter how old you are. Weight is completely and utterly respective of your capabilities at the time. If you're doing bodybuilding and lifting and weights, things like, just aim for a rep range of, say, 12 to 16 or 10 to 12, whatever you want to do. I'd always go more than 2 rep range. So I always go for like 12 to 16, 8 to 12, something like that. Find the weight that makes you technically fail within that rep range and you're sorted. Agree?
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Cool. Can I get a follow back? Joel Matthews. Dude, I only follow stuff that is like of a serious interest to me because I don't want my Instagram feed to just be stuff that distracts me. So I follow like, I don't follow a lot of fitness stuff, dude. I follow like photography and things like that. So probs not, but I also appreciate your love though.
I think.
Listen, dude, if you send me a question,
follow stuff. Like,
what, you're getting nothing from me if I follow you anyway. Yeah. Like, because I'm not going to be liking or commenting on your shit.
Yeah.
Because I'll be looking at the photography stuff.
Yeah.
You'd be better sending me questions and getting responses. Surely.
Yeah.
Surely that's more valuable.
Like, yeah, you can talk.
I spend an hour a day answering questions.
Yeah, I was going to say, you'll talk to
messages.
him.
I'll talk to you, dude. You don't need my follow. How to avoid muscle tear, mobility and stretching. Simple as.
Train within a good range of motion.
Don't overlift.
Yeah, don't lift randomly heavy for no apparent reason.
Don't go to train with Larry Wheels.
Yeah, train with a range of motion that you're comfortable with, that's healthy, and then don't get extremely strong in very short ranges of motion, and then randomly go way past that range of motion. Yeah,
there's a girl that I talk to regularly. She's out in, I think she's moving to Texas. She's out somewhere in America. She is a bikini competitor, but the good bikini competitor where they're muscled, so they go more for that shapely look. And a bodybuilding person told her the other day. Bear in mind, she used to be a track girl, so she was sprints and running, very athletic. Someone from the bodybuilding community told her that she's surrounded by that. She's just now an ornament. She's sculpted and no longer, because she went to do some sprints and just twinged a hamstring.
Yeah, and
she was like, she sent me a message saying, so yeah, clearly I'm no longer, I can't do what I used to do. She goes like in her 20s, right? And because this guy had said, you can't do that anymore. You're a statue, you're aesthetics and sculpted. You're basically like marble. You're no longer able to do that. I sent a message back going, what a load of shit. Yeah. One, never listen to that human again because he's a narrow-minded bodybuilder who's no good at anything else. Yeah. Two, you are not a 300-pound Olympian. You're a female in athletic shape. Yeah. Just because you lift weights doesn't mean you can't sprint and do the things you're naturally gifted at. And also, why the fuck would you waste a talent that you have that is, number one, going to build your lungs and heart, two, work your muscles in a different angle, and actually make your muscles look better for the lifting and probably improve your lifts because you're going to improve the muscle that you use for explosiveness through your running. Yeah. And she was just like, damn, dude, Thank you. Never thought of that. But because she was surrounded by bodybuilders, because she's really into it, like she's competitive, that's what she was learning. So those people around her were all saying the same thing.
Yeah.
And that's the way it becomes to this thing of the people that surround you affect who you are.
Yeah.
And that one little voicemail I sent her made her go, dude, fuck, you're right.
Yeah.
And those people would have limited her.
Yeah. I like bodybuilding a lot, but there's that kind of...
There is those certain people that they believe it's something special and something... No, motherfucker. Listen, bodybuilding is something...
What is the fucking point in looking amazing if you cannot do anything with it?
Yeah, what? Yeah. I was thinking this the other day. If you can't walk normally anymore, that's not cool.
Yeah.
It's not cool. Dude, you're going to get beaten up by a 12-year-old that's quick.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're going to get beaten up by a guy, a 12-year-old that knows MMA. Dinkuses. Yeah, so you do your sprinting, girl. You get back on there. Help you look better anyway. Nobody wants a girl that can't move.
Exactly, yeah. Yeah, just be athletic, move. That's good.
Yeah.
That's not like...
She's a bikini competitor. She's like...
Yeah, it's
I don't
not
know what the hell she's
literally-
going to be
she's
like.
not
150
fucking Big
pounds,
Ramy,
140
you know?
pounds. Jesus Christ. Morons. Anyway, right. Rant over. What's the best age to join a gym? As soon as you can.
Yeah, pretty much.
No question. Just here to tell you guys to keep on the work. I like to train with the podcast on. Cool. Cheers, Jan Matthis.
Tell him you got one more rep.
Get it. Get that fuck you rep, boy. Get those fuck you reps. My fuck, if everybody knows what they are, it's when I do all my reps and then I get fuck you reps, which is 2 reps where I go fuck you and then throw the weight down.
Yeah.
And just try to look awesome. No, I don't really. I actually do the fuck you reps, but it's just purely for me.
And then
It doesn't have to be
in the
anybody
mind,
there.
you put the weights down in slow motion.
Yeah, it's like and then walk off. Like,
Yeah. Yeah. Flick your
flick my
hair, slow
flick,
motion.
hair flick. There is a hair flick in some of the content I'm bringing up soon. And if I was a motorbike, I'm probably not what the people who sent me the motorbike expect to get
No,
back.
yeah, this is what you were saying you were in earlier. Basically, I've seen a preview of it. So imagine Macho Man Randy Savage in a BDSM sex dungeon, and that's what you get in.
Oh, people will love it, but the company will not. What's the most expensive thing you've bought on a whim? Ooh, good question. On a whim, probably a MacBook Pro.
For me, it's just a TV.
No, take that back. It's my motorbike, my BMW, my 1985 BMW. I bought that in an airport, eating eggs whilst waiting for a plane.
Yeah.
Because Noel Mack was next to me going, do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I suppose, I don't know whether this technically counts, but I was talking about it the other day. So I've, recently just bought a house, like nearly $250,000, and you have 15 minutes to view your fucking house.
Yeah, that's true.
That's a whim.
That is true.
Like,
That is a whim.
You get 15 minutes on a viewing.
Yeah.
I was like,
Okay.
and you're meant to decide the largest financial decision of your life.
The biggest debt you'll ever have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
There you
that's
go.
a whim.
Well played. Yeah, it's your house. I nearly had that, but it fell through. Yeah, there we go.
15 minutes is not a long enough viewing, I'm telling you.
What's your favourite protein shake before and after a workout? Right, well, for starters, it doesn't matter about taking protein shakes before or after workouts. They can be put in any part of your day, just to let you know that. It's just powdered food. Yeah. So if you want to eat after your workout, eat after your workout. It's absolutely fine. But my favourite way of protein shake, I only like simple flavours like chocolate and vanilla, because not even vanilla actually, just something that you can have long term, because you're going to have them every day pretty much.
Yeah, don't go something
You don't
crazy.
take it back. You do not have to have them every day. If you want to use them, they tend to be in your routine every day.
Yeah.
And I will always add peanut butter and fruit to my protein shakes. So that's what I do. So frozen raspberries or frozen cherries with a little bit of honey and some peanut butter, and sometimes dark chocolate blitzed in a Ninja fruit blender. Cool.
Yeah, just don't go for some cheap, shitty brands, because a lot of the cheaper brands will give you gas.
They're full of sugar too.
Yeah, so just at least get a reputable brand, and there ain't a huge amount of difference between, as long as they're a decent quality brand, they're all pretty decent.
Brett is back with more questions. Mr.
Brett
versus
the question master.
The question master. Ben Askren versus Jake Paul predictions. I reckon Jake Paul actually beats him.
Do you reckon?
Ben Askren cannot throw a punch.
He's
an utter pure wrestler. Have you watched him do any bag work? He cannot throw a straight right. It's terrible. He's going to get lit up. Not in a good way. He's just going to get caught with a massive haymaker.
Yeah. Jake Paul's going to throw some ugly shit.
Ugly. It's not going to be nice. He's not going to get beaten technically. He just can't box. He's not a boxer.
No. I'd like to say Askren can still somehow prevail.
I will pray to every god and Batman that Askren kicks Jake Paul's ass.
Yeah.
I just don't know if he can throw a punch that'll do it.
No, nothing I've seen of Askren.
Yep, keep going.
Nothing of Askren. What was that clicking then? Was that your hips?
That was all of my body from the leg day.
So Askren is an amazing wrestler, but he is so stiff. Yes. His head does not move.
No, he's a pure 100% wrestler.
Yeah.
Like, he learned to punch because he had to for MMA. That's pretty much
his
how
head does not move. No. Like, you do not need to do anything to land a punch on his head.
He's been through some huge competitive, top tier competitive stage style events, so he's not going to have the nerves and all that. Yeah. Hopefully, Jake Paul will get those, and his ego isn't large enough to get him through it, and Askren embarrasses him. We all hope that happens. He's a dick.
Yeah,
I will fight Jake Paul. I would try and kill that guy.
How many followers do you reckon Askren's got on Insta?
I don't know, but he's very funny.
Has he got more followers than you?
I don't know.
If he hasn't got more fucking followers than you,
get me a fight with Jake Paul.
Oh my god!
I will do the world a favour.
Yeah, if we can do this,
I will do the world a favour. Anyway,
you'll probably get paid big money for that.
I wouldn't even care.
What you need to do? Hold on, diss him really badly now.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. He's all about the payday.
His mom looks like a goat.
That's a good insult.
I'll fight him as well. Tag team.
Just go and jump him.
Him and his brother, fucking Logan. Fuck it, we'll have him.
I don't mind Logan.
Tables are just chairs.
I don't mind Logan.
WWE style, TLC.
I don't mind Logan. He seems to be, he's just an awful human being.
We're doing this for the money, mate.
Yeah,
forget about this. Right. We're dissing him for the sake of it.
We'll do it for the money.
Do it for the cash.
Right, here we go. Super quick fire. 4 minutes. Here we go. Tips for making friends. We've done this, dude. Jack Duffel. Tips for making friends over 30. Last podcast. Entire thing dedicated to it. Dan Hollyoak. Why haven't we seen the Harley yet? Some eagle eyes will have seen. I put up a picture from the Instagram, and all I showed was a suspension and a light, and a lot of you knew what type of bike it might be. You will see it once I am allowed to show it you content-wise. Very soon, next 2 weeks. What's your camera setup? Canon EOS R with the red Canon lenses, pretty much. The Canon glass is amazing. Yes, next. Can you use an illustrator? That's a very bizarre thing. I don't know what you mean.
Is he an illustrator, or can you use Adobe Illustrator?
I don't know.
Because I've used Adobe Illustrator. I'm terrible at it, but I can use it.
Yes, we can use them. We need an illustrator, I don't know what you mean.
If we need an illustrator, then yeah, maybe.
Must be fitness. Who would win in a fight between the two of you? But you both get one weapon from Marvel DC Universe. This is definitely we're not going to get any more questions after this one. You can use any weapon from the Marvel DC. But if you get the Green Lantern's ring, you're fucking me up.
What about the glove?
No, you can't have the glove.
That's what I mean.
Nobody gets the glove.
I'm sorry, but that is...
You can't.
Okay, fair enough. I think we should have a realistic who would win in a fight.
In a bar?
Yeah.
I think you bear hug me to death.
You've got more fight experience.
I've got more fight. I think you have more raw aggression to just. I would have to knock you out to stop you beating me.
Yeah. I think I've had shitloads of fights, and
mine have more been in a technical environment.
Yes, and I boxed for a good few years. I can't throw amazing kicks. I can throw kicks, but they're not great, and I'm stiff as fuck.
I would. If I don't knock you out, you beat me up.
Yeah, but as of right now, I'm bigger and stronger than you, which automatically gives me an advantage.
I would jab and move backwards until you got tired after 30 seconds.
Yes,
I would assume you're like an
30 seconds
an alligator, dangerous over a short distance.
Yeah, and then I'm just like,
but I mean the question.
But then when you add in weapons,
the question's null and void though, because basically in any situation, me and you are back to back in a bar, duking it out with a circle of people around us.
I want Doctor Strange's cape.
They're
just like
that is. Cool.
That's like the sickest.
I want Groot.
Yeah. Oh, hold on. Yeah.
Oh, that's not DC. Did he say DC? I've lost the question.
Did he say DC or I thought it was Marvel?
Marvel Universe. All right, I want Groot. Yeah. Oh, the raccoon. Oh, it's tough.
You get rocket, and I'll get
rocket.
I'll get the.
I'll have rocket. Yeah, go.
I'll just get the cape.
And then we won't fight each other. We'll just take over the world.
Yeah, even if the cape doesn't help me out of this, I'll look cool when I get knocked out.
Right, here we go. Real blast it. Here we go. We've got 3 minutes. Any tips for lean bulking when over 50? Yeah, keep your calorie surplus as low as possible to gain weight, and also do TRT. I'm not kidding either.
No,
it's actually really fucking healthy for you to be doing TRT, so do your research on that, because it actually reduces your risk of heart disease, osteoporosis, prostate cancer, and loads of other degenerative things.
Yeah, look into private medical
really
care
look into the private TRT.
if you can afford it. Yeah.
Yep. If not, not self-medicate, but hashtag don't listen to what we say.
Hashtag, yeah. We did not advise.
If you knew you'd get totally truthful answer, who would you ask what? Can be anyone ever. Oh, fuck no, it's too big, dude. We're going to save that for next time.
I like that.
Remember that for next time.
Yeah, it's a good question, though.
I'm on the verge of getting abs. How do I lose the last bit of weight to get my abs to show?
Stop eating all food forever.
Yeah. You basically have to just stay in a calorie deficit for as long as it takes. I would advise doing something more functional like sprints and HIIT training and keeping your food the same and trying to make movement your calorie deficit rather than taking away food.
Yeah, at a certain point, dropping calories is just detrimental. You just want to move a little bit more and be patient.
The best thing you can ever do is just move more. Keep your food the same. As in, like, you've already measured your food. Keep it the same and then move. Make your 300 calories that you need deficit-wise from a movement rather than from taking food away.
Yeah.
Taking food away is your last goal. Once you've balanced your food out in a healthy manner, I'm talking about here. I'm not saying, like, you're eating 12 takeaways a day and you're like, I'm just going to move more. No, we're talking about the fact that you've worked out where you need to be in your maintenance level, and then you've worked out whether you need to be up or down, depending on whether you're going to bulk or cut. But movement should be your first protocol, and then taking away food your secondary. So you basically move as much as you can and think, right, there's no more way I'm doing any more cardio or putting any more activity in. Now I'll take the food down. And that's how you do it. Okay. What do you think of upcoming McGregor fights? I'm not holding my breath for those yet because it's going to be...
I thought it had been confirmed.
Is he fighting Diaz again? Or Poirier?
Poirier 3. Yeah.
3? Really?
Yeah, I'm sure I saw that.
Well, the last one I heard was he was going back against Diaz.
I'm sure I saw a... I don't know whether it was... I saw it on Instagram, and it was from Ariel Hawani, and he said that it's been confirmed, McGregor retired the contract, and I don't know if this was fake. I only saw one post about it, and McGregor was like, we're going to rip the game a new asshole, blah, blah, blah.
Really?
Yeah.
Not against Poirier, not.
So, yeah, that's
it's good, but it's not a world breaker fight. I'd rather see fight Diaz, to be honest. Okay, next. Can you touch the middle of your back?
Nope.
Yep. I didn't used to be able to, and my shoulder was fucked, and that's let me know. One of the big things I knew about how it was fixing is I can now do that. Yeah, I can.
Oh, I can't.
I can't if I go from the top, but I can if I go from the bottom.
I used to be able to, like...
Tell us pickup lines you've either used in the past or heard from others.
Pickup lines don't
I
work.
don't ever use pickup lines.
They don't work.
I don't need it. I can chat and talk, and
literally.
I actually give a fuck about you as a human being. So.
Yeah, literally just go in.
Don't use pickup lines.
Pickup lines don't fucking work. Talk to someone like they're a human.
And if you want to hear a funny one, it's like, did it hurt? When you fell from heaven.
Oh, yeah.
It's always a good one. Or you go up, this is the funniest one, which was amusing because it would make the girl mad. You go up, you mess the hair up. What the hell are you doing? I just wanted to see what it looked like in the morning.
I don't think that's going to work, mate.
Never. No, of course it didn't. It was amusement for the boys who were watching.
Yeah.
You're either going to get slapped or something funny was
or kicked
happen.
in the dick.
Yeah, one of the two.
Yeah, just talk to them like a fucking human.
Do you believe in God? No, not as a singularity of a being. I believe in energy and that it passes in and out and through and carries on after we are gone. The camera has now finished, which means that the YouTube 1 hour 90 is up. I can get it going again. Should I get it going again?
Yeah, why not? Why not? We've still got questions going. Let's get it rolling. Sorry, guys, on YouTube.
That's all right. 30-second, 10-second break and a microphone bash as I sit
Lex
back down.
has put a picture of him up in his leather BDSM uniform in the meantime, just so he had something to look at.
It was literally 10 seconds. Okay,
no, that's fine. BDSM Lex is on there.
That's
you need to edit a GIMP mask on your head.
You just got a very random picture of me in leather.
So, and for my beliefs as well. So no, I don't believe in God as some kind of thing, but I do believe that there's something more, but it's probably beyond our comprehension.
Yeah. Here's one. Okay. Also, then they've put P.S. Could I take you out for coffee sometime, Lex? I love this. Yeah. Every week somebody tries to pick me up, and I've said this.
Is it a female?
Yes, of course. Yes.
Is it an attractive female?
I don't know without stalking. I assume, obviously, everyone's beautiful in their own way.
Exactly.
I've already said, listen, if you have coffee or manwiches, I'm already in.
Yeah.
Like, it's not that
Or
difficult.
fireball now.
Pretty much fireballs, yeah. If you got Country Rock, some manwiches, and
Eggs Benedict.
Eggs Benny. Oh my God. Yeah, take me home. Take me home. Before lockdown, I was 73 kilos. I weighed myself today. I'm 77. Tips for a summer body. It doesn't really matter what you weigh, because essentially when you move... Here's a fun fact. I was 85 kilos. Don't know why I do that. Did you hear that breath that I just took then? Every so often I do this kind of thing where it's like my esophagus isn't opening enough to let air in.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is.
You sound like a boxer dog.
Yeah, yes, literally the same thing.
Yeah.
And I do it all the goddamn time recently. Don't know what that is. Anyway, it's like I'm trying to talk before my breath's in, like I'm fighting the breath coming in by putting words out.
Yeah.
I need to slow down. What was the question?
Come on, Lex.
Dude, the fireball's hitting me.
I've been
now.
holding in a fart for like 20 minutes now. Come on. I don't want to do it.
The microphone's
I
aren't
don't want
that
to do it
good.
on the podcast. Hold on. Everyone. Lex, I'm sorry. Everyone, can you hear this? Oh, it's not even coming out.
That was a proper
performance
You got
anxiety.
demasculated.
Performance anxiety right there. I couldn't even fart when I needed to. See, it went back in. It was like, well, I'm not going to do it now.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
I think part of me was
what
like,
you wanted then was the manliest fart to jump out. And what
I think
you
what
got
happened
was
was-
utter silence.
what happened was, I might shit myself. I was like, I might not actually be a
Oh
fart.
my God, shart.
Yeah.
Shart on the podcast. That would be the first on a podcast, I probably thought.
Yeah, I don't know whether many...
Jesus.
I don't think people would definitely talk about it or promote the fact that they shit themselves on a podcast, so... I don't know.
Still want to take us out for coffee, ladies? Oh, what a good end to the week. Oh, Jesus, that hurt. I was laughing so hard. Oh, my God. I think we got through most of them, dude.
We got any more? Got one more to round it up, or
Oh,
are we
Christ.
finishing on me nearly shitting myself?
I think we finished on that. That was funny.
Fair enough.
I've gone a bit dizzy. I laughed that hard. I went anaerobic. Oh my God. Well, there you go, people. I hope you've enjoyed it. We're thoroughly enjoying being back. It's going to get very busy now, but we are 100% committed to making time for this podcast and time for you. Because I know a lot of you have really... Thank you for reaching out. Let's just say a big thank you for those of you that have contacted me with mental health issues, the fact that you've got these disorders and things you're struggling with and stuff like that. Listen, I am by no means a doctor. I'm not a psychologist.
Funnily enough.
But yeah, I have a lab coat, which does qualify me to do some things, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I have a lab coat. I put it on. It makes me some kind of medicinal effect.
Yeah.
But the fact is, listen, dude, if you message me, I will try my hardest to help you, but only in the ways that I know and what I've experienced. And a lot of the times, let me say this. Let me, hang on. Oh, no, I can't find it. It'll take too long. Somebody messaged me this week. Their doctor, she was walking on a regular basis, doing a power walk, going out, 40 minutes, hour, long walks, doing long walks, done them for ages. Suddenly started getting burning sensations in the legs, like itchy, like ants in your pants kind of feeling. Like almost, I guess, like a, how do you feel, like prickly heat kind of style thing.
Okay.
And she was like, I went to my doctor. Guess what the motherfucking doctor told this woman when she said, listen, I've been going on my walks, and I started getting like a real burning, tingling, like itchy burning in my legs.
Right.
Guess what the doctor told her to do?
What's that?
Stop walking.
Right.
Stop going on your walks. Listen, asshole GPs, if you're listening, if you're a GP, motherfucker, get some goddamn energy into your job. Stop Googling shit on your stupid computer. We can see that you're Googling, for starters, right? Don't think you're hiding that shit. We know you're not looking at some medical files. You're on Google. Yeah. We know you are. Okay? So get off Google, get off Wikipedia, and start giving a fuck about your patients again.
Yeah.
This woman came to me. I said, listen, one, your doctor sounds like a great guy.
Yeah.
Who loves his job.
Second opinion.
Asshole. Second opinion of mine was, try wearing compression wear under your... Because I was like, number one, I said to her, are you wearing wool trousers with ants in them?
Yeah.
Let's just rule that out.
Yeah.
Because you never know. You never know.
Yeah.
Got to be careful. Got to be careful. 2021, got to state the obvious. She was like, no wool pants with ants in them. I was like, cool. Are you wearing compression wear? She was like, nope, loose pants. I said, okay, cool. try getting some compression wear on there underneath your loose pants, because what that can do is, one, it keeps the muscles warm, but two, it keeps the blood moving a little easier. So it's going to help possibly if you're suffering from the fact that maybe you're getting a bit of blood pooling going on, a bit of lactic buildup or whatever. So try that.
Gymshark have some great compression.
Then
there.
I was like, if you'd like to go and
link in bio,
help out your boy, and just use
Is there discount codes now? Or
no, there's no discount codes.
Is
for
it just
Gymshark
affiliate
anymore.
codes?
Yeah, no.
Or?
Basically, if you order through my link on Gymshark, you're just doing it to help me because you like helping me and you appreciate the info I put out.
That's cool.
They don't do discount codes anymore.
Discount codes are
because
kind of
it cheapens the brand.
Yeah,
so they
no,
don't do
I
it.
get that.
They don't
as
do
well. Like Gymshark don't really need to do that.
Nah, they don't do it.
That's fair enough.
But I mean,
anyway,
you're putting some good into the world if you click on an affiliate link of somebody you follow. You're helping support that person do what you love that they do, and that's helping you. The reason that they can do that is because you are helping them to do that.
Yeah, I was going to say,
them.
as of the state of the the industry nowadays, like there's 1,000,001 influencers, but you know who actually hold influence.
Makes no difference to the cost you pay for the product, but you're helping someone else while you do it. So you're putting some good karma into the world.
Yeah, of course.
Anyway,
sorry.
Anyway, so I said to her, "Listen, go try these." I sent her a link to some Gymshark compression wear for the women's ones, which only cost like 20 quid or something like that. I was like, "Look, these are legit. Even the blokes wear these ones because they are a really nice fit."
Is that the one that Matt's always wearing?
Yeah, they're good. They're a good fit, man. Any compression wear basically is unisex anyway, other than the crotch, like kind of girth. They're all good.
Yeah, as long as you got a micro penis, you're fine.
Still your girlfriend, still your fellas, don't make a difference. Anyway, she came back, she went, "Lex, just to let you know, I've been out for walks this week, and you can officially say you're smarter than a Finnish doctor. Because no itching, no burning." So this guy would have said, "Stop your walking, stop doing this."
Who the fuck?
And just because you're listening to somebody who is seemingly in a point of authority, if that human being does not look like they're active and effort or making an effort to help you with what it is, the problem that you need solving, if they're not looking like they're giving a fuck, then maybe you don't listen to that person. You're going to just take a second opinion from somebody else. And there you go. That was a lovely thing that I found today.
That's really good.
I was like, I just did my best. And that's what I mean. If you message me, I will do my best, but I'm by no means perfect.
I want to just add in a little caveat. I don't want to like slag off GPs at all.
No,
like,
I do. You're shit. One, right? Can all the GPs start fucking exercising? Because I went to one year with a bung elbow right before a fight. I had a big tennis ball elbow on it because I'd smashed it into the mat really hard on a takedown. And it was swollen. I wanted it draining and he wouldn't drain it. The dude was like 25 and morbidly obese. How are you helping me with my sports injury, dude?
Yeah. I do think it is odd how many people in medicine are unhealthy themselves. And there's definitely a disconnect.
It's like police. You shouldn't be allowed to be... Do you know the bleep test for police is like level 7? Do you know that's like not even really a run?
Yeah, no, I know. Yeah, it's not a high level.
Come on, people.
I think so. As a GP, it is a general practitioner. They have to have a very wide base of knowledge, which means
to tell someone to stop exercising.
Yeah, no, that's ignorant.
That's a narrow base of knowledge.
Yeah, that's very, very ignorant. And I'm not. And don't get me wrong, I've had some great experiences with GPs and some shocking ones.
I've been amazing one. My dude.
Yeah.
Steroid thumb.
Yeah,
look at it.
thumbs.
Oh, look at it.
Look at him. He's all roided up.
Look how it moves.
We see he can't even compete in thumb wrestling because it's tested event, and those thumbs are the geariest thumbs ever.
I actually think it's called Dr. Wendell. Dr. Wendell, yeah. There's a song, isn't there? Mr. Wendell.
I don't know.
Yeah, Mr. Wendell. I'm sure it's like an old school 80s song or something.
I don't know, mate. I was born in 92.
Yeah. I wasn't that like an adult in the 80s, dude. 80s music is...
You're an old man.
If you're feeling bad, bang on an 80s playlist, and I genuinely mean this, you will feel better after listening to it, because the 80s, for some reason, the electronic music that they use in that just makes you feel fucking good.
I grew up, because my parents obviously were like, they loved 80s stuff. So I grew up watching so many 80s films, and like I have like so much nostalgia from just 80s movies.
It drives me crazy. My little sister will not watch any movie that is beyond like the year 2000s because she says it's old. I'm like, do you know? I get Jim like she says, I'm like, do you know how many great movies you're missing?
Literally all the best movies.
The best
like
movies.
Do
you know why they're the best movies? Because they're timeless.
Yes.
You can watch them anytime. But she's like, nah, they're old. The youth of today.
Good old backhand.
Good old
right?
smack around
Like the Disney
facial
olden
chops.
times.
Oh, the days put to the moon. Why I order. One of these days. Pow! Right in the kisser.
This fucking fireball's getting to us, mate.
This is definitely
I'm going
getting
to
to
pour us another small one.
Jesus Christ,
but
dude.
this is
The
going
last
to
one
be...
you poured me was a 4-shot.
Okay, it's a small one, but this is going to be drunk off camera.
We're
off
shots.
mic.
We're gunslinging right now, dude. That's
Bring it to me, I can't reach.
with your girth.
I'm too
Your
fat.
powerlifting stiffness.
I am stiff at the
Thank you
moment.
very much, sir.
In more than one way.
That's another double. That's another lovely little double.
It's a healthy pour.
I think we've had about 8.
Are we gonna wrap?
We're gonna take these downstairs and
Yeah,
chill.
gonna wrap this one
A
up.
bit of country music on. Chill out for the evening. I hope you've all had a lovely, lovely first week away from lockdown if you're in the UK. If you're not in the UK and you've already been out of lockdown, you're a lucky son of a bitch, and make sure that you appreciate being out of it. And we're nearly through this.
Enjoy the freedom.
Yes, enjoy it. We're through it.
We do not know how lucky we are.
I think it has made us appreciate a lot of things and keep appreciating them. Do not desensitize again, people, please. No. And sit outside 15 minutes a day, put your feet on the earth, and make your own energy. So for myself and Mr. Lewis,
yep,
it's a Friday night, it's very late, and we're going to carry it on.
Carry on drinking.
Cheers, sir.
Chin chin.
And toodle pip, people.
Toodle pip.
Ba-doo.
Bye.
Lovely. Ooh, my back, my legs are sweaty.
My neck, my back, my pussy, and my crack.
Worst song ever.
I fucking used to love that song. It was